Time for a remix, because this is one of the most remixed yo-yos that's out there. Let's get into it. This is the Tapio Colossus version 3, the full review. Look good spinning, don't it? So look, as far as Chinese yo-yo manufacturers are concerned, Magic Yo-Yo in 2016 and 17 really put themselves out there and made us players take notice. From the Shark Honor all the way to the Wolfgang, Magic Yo-Yo really got a name and made a name for themselves. But this year, 2018, looking like it's the year of Tapio. They are really pushing the envelope as far as innovative design and bold direction. And what I didn't know is that the Colossus is way big in China and Japan, which is why there have been 4 versions. We'll talk a little bit about what that 4th iteration is looking like in a little bit. But for now, check this lineup out. The Photon, the Empty, the new Razor, and dropped at Worlds last week is this new Celine, which will be coming public very soon. That's a nice lineup, but we're going to talk about their bread and butter throw, their foundation, the Colossus, which has a nice blast finish for grinds and a polished finish in the cup. It's mid-sized, so compared to like the Ippon or the Locust, you see that it's not real little, but it's not real big either, which shouldn't be too big of a problem, seeing as though I was doing a thin yo-yo last week and it was irritating the mess out of me. What we have here is a rounded W shape, and this version is largely unchanged over the second iteration in terms of shape and design. The change is in the material, going for a 7003 aluminum, which is stronger than 6061, but cheaper than 7075, which allows them to free up more money and finesse that anode or coloring. Here are some contemporaries. The Shark Honor, Atan, Node, Vanquish, Token, and the Salinas are all pretty decent, but don't overlook that new Level 6 from 2018 and the Apex by Yo-Yo Officer. And how does it play? Not bad. It has a good entry-level feel to it, and it's responsive. It's not sluggish, and it doesn't come to the end of the string like a rock, but it does have a little stability issue. Because it's mid-size, you need a little bit more precision, a little bit more precise throw, and a little bit more skill to get the most out of it. But still, not bad at all. It's actually making me a better player because since it's a little smaller, I gotta focus a little more on hitting them tricks and them string hits. So there it is. I was deeply impressed by this thing. So impressed, as a matter of fact, dun dun dun, I had to get me one. Not the 3, but the new 4 that's available. So we're gonna check that out in part 2. Surprise, surprise. This is part 2 of the Tapio Colossus full review. Version 4 for those of you that are keeping track. The differences between version 3 and version 4 don't come readily apparent upon a visual inspection. The only thing you'll really notice is that it is a touch more angular on the 4, but the size, shape, weight, and everything feels very similar to each other. Very close indeed. The biggest difference that I noticed offhand was that the grind finish on the 4 was a lot better. It may just be because it's brand new and the 3 was on loan as used, but that grind finish was noticeable, and I do like it. Aside from that, there's a very similar hand feel to each yo-yo. They don't feel very different. They feel very much alike, weight and shape in the hand. Check the stats. No stars in this one because this is almost exactly the same as the last one. but you can check the numbers. So the biggest change in the 3 to the 4 is the fact that the Salinas was a big hit for Tapio. So some design elements filtered down into both the Meta and the Colossus 4. And we see that sharp or steep angle of descent into the gap, reminiscent of the 2 yo-yos. And we got to ask the essential question: is it better? I would like to say just a hair's breadth. The yo-yos feel very similar, they play very similar, but the 4th iteration of the Colossus is a bit more stable. I found that it stayed on playing a lot better than the 3. Not that the 3 was bad, it was workable. But the 4, this 4th iteration, was just a tad bit more reliable and less problems that I had out of it. But you won't be having a problem with either if you decide to get them. In the final analysis, I'm going to say I slept on the Colossus, but I'm awake now, and I like what this thing is doing for me. One of these is going back. Shout out to Josh. But if I can feature one of your cool yo-yos in one of my videos, holler at me at the information below and we can work out a situation. And next time, we're going to go a bit beyond theory and talk about this thing called strings. Well, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you. And you guys keep throwing. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Alright? Peace.